Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. Feels good to be back in the studio for the New World podcast. Took a couple days off. It's kind of nice when Dynamite dropped on Tuesday and NXT. You know, I had a couple days to get myself together, get some work done and stuff like that. But here I am, back at it. We're going to talk about SmackDown, October 13th, 2023, Friday the 13th, and it's a season premiere. We're in Tulsa. Oh, Michael Cole, Kevin Patrick, Corey Graves on commentary. And we start the show off with John Cena coming out. Didn't say much. Why? Because the tribal chief is back. Oh, I felt good seeing Roman, honestly. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, you. Comes out with Solo and Paul, you know, and they get in the ring. I think Roman has the longest, like, he's next to Undertaker. Like, he takes forever to get to that ring. Like, those are one of those moments like, oh, shit, I need a piss. Like, you run, and is he to the ring yet? Nope, he's there. Okay, cool. But Roman is there, and he says, yeah, John, you only came here because I was gone for a month and a half. You know, that's the only reason why you're here. And John just tells him, like, hey, what you've done as champion, 1,138, then I think 39 or 40, whatever, days, over 1,000 days as champion, 1,100 days as champion, tells him, like, that's a great accomplishment. And I have not earned, you know, to face you for that championship, but there is somebody who has earned it, and it's L.A. Knight. Yeah, he comes out. Oh my gosh, man, I got goosebumps. I was like, is this gonna happen at Crown Jewel? Are we gonna get L.A. Knight versus Roman Reigns for that championship? I was like, please, Lord, please. Oh my gosh, but L.A. Knight bringing the fire on that mic. You know, and I like what he's like, defending champion, nah, you know. And he definitely brings it to Roman. Roman's like, hey, you know, he goes, you know, I've been gone, and you made a name for yourself. Now they're chanting your name. Good for you. Who the hell are you? You know, and there's this great shot of LA Knight's face with Roman in his glasses. I was like, oh, that is so cool. That is just such a great angle, and just showing Roman Reigns in the glasses of LA Knight. But here comes Jimmy. My favorite part about this is when Jimmy attacks LA Knight, and Roman's like, what the hell are you doing, Jimmy? You know, but Jimmy gets thrown out. You know, and LA Knight is standing victorious. And during this whole time, though, when LA Knight's rocking that mic and Roman's doing his thing, John Cena's in the corner like a little kid, just jumping around, just like, yeah, you know, I'm here. You know, and it's all about LA Knight and Roman Reigns, and I think that's a really great way to go. You got one of the biggest rising stars right now in the ring with Roman Reigns. And is he worthy, though, of taking that title off of Roman Reigns? We'll see. Crown Jewel, you know, I'm not holding my breath, but it's going to be one hell of a fight if these two go at it at Crown Jewel. But after everything was said and done, Roman tells Solo, got to handle business. Solo goes in. He goes, hey, you know, me and you tonight, LA. So that sets up our main event. Then we go into the first match of the night, the Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy! Elton and Kit, they're back. Wheelchair and all, great stuff. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, the banter between those two just make me happy. And because Michael's like, I don't get it. He had a shoulder injury. What's with the wheelchair? And Corey's like, you have to use your whole body, Cole. You know. But Pretty Deadly got the win in those mischievous tag team ways. I love Pretty Deadly. And I got one over to Braun Brutes, but I don't think this feud is over whatsoever. So, Elton Strong, baby. Elton Strong. We have a fast lane package with Bobby and the LWO with the Street Profits. And then we have an interview backstage with Carlito, who I heard he's not really a big fan of his new music. Like, I didn't like it as well, to be really honest. And because I remember I was like, I spit in the faces of people who ain't cool, you know, that iconic theme music. I'm wondering why they couldn't get that theme music. So, but he's backstage, gets interrupted by Bobby. Bobby's like, hey, man, it's been a while. I remember you. I used to beat you down. Blah, blah. He's like, yeah, never. Welcome to SmackDown, Carlito. You know, and all of a sudden the Street Profits attack, leaving Carlito to waste. LWO's backstage, you know, they're trying to get all this chaos. Adam's back there. Then Damage Control. Bailey gets in Zelina Vega's face. Zelina, because they're checking on Carlito. Then Adam Pearce is like, hey, you two, get in the ring right now. You two just fight each other. Then we have the Bloodline backstage, and Roman's just like, he's sitting there and he's contemplating what's going on, and he's like, you know, like the championships are on Cody and Jay. He's looking at Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, yeah, you know, he goes, you're the quarterback? He goes, oh, well, you know, like, I'm a second string coach. You know, that's you. You the quarterback, Roman. I just like that interaction. He's like, wow. But Roman's like, man, well, if you're going to handle this, tell me how you're going to handle it. And he's like, yeah, for sure, all right. Then we have Zelina Vega versus Bailey. Bailey for the win. But Damage Control starts beating up Zelina Vega. Here comes Charlotte. And poor thing. She, those shoes she was wearing, or heels she was wearing, she was trying to run to the ring. And they caught a glimpse of her running, which was very awkward. But then the camera got off her real quick. But then she got in the ring. And she's staring down Io Sky and everything like that. And just showing that this story is not over. Now, to something that made me more happy than happy, Triple H comes out the game. And he says a little something that touched my heart a little bit. Warmed and fuzziness and all that. And he's like, I miss this. You know, hearing that crowd go for him. Adam Pearce is in the ring. He's like, hey, Adam, you know, you've been doing so great. You know, giving Adam his flowers and stuff. He goes, but you're going to get a promotion. You are now the general manager of Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce. And now you know that it is Survivor Series season. We are moving that needle for Survivor Series when we got GMs in the building and we introduced the new GM. But before we do that, Dominic Mysterio interrupts, and man, Triple H says something funny. Like, he's like, hey, I thought they piped in those, but no, they will not let him talk. Great moments, man. But Triple H's like, why are you bringing it up with him? He's the Raw general manager. Why don't you bring it up to the SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis, folks? Nick Aldis is in WWE. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I got excited. I felt like Nick deserved a huge pop because it was kind of awkward. Like, he's like, Nick Aldis, and he just comes in. No music, no nothing, you know, and he got that beautiful blue suit. But, man, Nick Aldis is in WWE? Ah! Yes! Like, and he's the general manager of SmackDown. You know, this sets up he tells Adam, like, hey, this is going to be good competition. Tells Dominic Mysterio, you know, there was a trade. He's going to introduce the newest member of the SmackDown family and everything like that. Dominic's like, I don't care who it is. I'll slap them. I'll beat them. And Kevin Owens comes out. He is now part of the roster. I take it now. We split Sammy. We split Kevin. And now we're going to do our own thing. My wife, she goes, oh, no more Kevin and Sammy. That sucks. And then she walks off. I was like, oh, but it's Kevin Owens. He's on SmackDown, you know, and with Nick Aldis, you know, and Triple H is in the ring. This is awesome. Well, Roman's watching. Roman's not too happy. Roman's not happy at all. He's just like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, you got Cody walking around. Kevin Owens is around here. You know, we got a new general manager. And then he's like, Jimmy, I thought you were going to handle it. Jimmy's like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta. He goes over. He's like, yo, Solo, come on. He takes Solo and they go. Then we go backstage. It's Nick Aldis is backstage. Chelsea Green and Piper. They're like, Chelsea's like, we need new titles. These titles are cursed. Blah blah blah. Then, Charlotte comes in. Nick tells her like, hey, I saw what happened on Fastlane. You know, so in my eyes, you know, you are gonna get a rematch with Io Sky next week for the championship. And I was like, oh my god, yes, I want that match. And then. Not only that, here comes in Jade Cargill with Triple H. Face to face, Charlotte and Jade. And my mind was like, I just got this big ass Cheshire cat smile on my face. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. Oh, soon. That's all I'm thinking is Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. That's going to be huge. If Charlotte beats Io for her championship, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Like, this season premiere brought it. This was a season premiere. Every time they do these, I'm like, okay. But no, they're like, we're going to bring the fire. We're going to bring the heat. WWE is on fire right now. And we have the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defending those titles against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Great match. This was probably my match of the night. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso for the win. And as they're walking out, not only am I just like all over like happy and excited and everything like that, here comes Jimmy and Solo go face to face with Cody and Jey. And here comes Roman. And then Roman's looking at Cody and Cody's looking at Roman. And I'm just like, oh my God. Then Nick Aldis is right there in between, saying, not tonight. I'm like, what in the pro wrestling fuckery is going on here? All on the same screen, you got Roman, Nick, and fucking Cody, and they're looking at each other. I'm like, holy shit. Like, the amount of like excitement for me as a wrestling fan and me as somebody that just loves this sport and who loves WWE, I was flabbergasted. Gasted of flabber. That's what I was seeing that moment right there. And Roman and Cody just eye to eye. I was just like, oh. Then Nick right there. Yeah. We have our main event, LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Fun match. Jimmy tried to come in, but Cena came in. AA to Jimmy. Solo gets Cena, but LA Knight gets that. I love LA Knight's finisher. I love it, right? You know. Like he gets Solo and LA Knight for the win, and then not only like I was just like, oh, such a SmackDown, right? Then here comes Roman spearing LA Knight. I was like, oh, message sent. It's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. Roman versus LA Knight. And this has to be at Crown Jewel, right? Right? This has to be. Talk about a season premiere for SmackDown. Friday the 13th, 2023. Cole, Kevin Patrick, Corey Graves on commentary. Sorry, I'm just getting too excited. We're in Tulsa. I give this show a solid 5 out of 5. You talk about one hell of a week after Fastlane. What is that? They're coming for me, aren't they? The Choppers are coming for me. Oh my gosh. They're like, calm down, big head boy. Jesus, you and your pro wrestling. But this was a great show. Fantastic. 5 out of 5 I give this show. So tell me what you thought of the season premiere of SmackDown for Friday the 13th. Just drop those comments below. Are you excited about Nick Aldis in WWE? Because I'm excited about Nick Aldis in WWE. Are you excited that one day we're going to see Jade and Charlotte? Like, there's so much going on that. Are you really excited for LA Knight versus Roman? And, you know, it's a lot is going on. And a lot happened tonight, and I'm very happy. So 5 out of 5. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo. And that's it. That's all. And always remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
You need to be talking to the general manager of SmackDown, so let me bring him out here, Mr. Nick Aldis.